I don't know how to start. I would say good morning, but it may as well be good afternoon, good night, good whatever. Good day, everyone. And welcome to this first online edition of Quantum Espresso School. I am thrilled, as I was saying to my colleagues before switching the microphones on, because this is the very first time we go live online. And it's an experiment for everyone. Of course, this gives us the opportunity to reach out to many of you all over the world, but it also leaves some uncertainties. And I beg you in advance to forgive us if anything does not go as smoothly as we wish it will. This is the 25th edition of a long series of schools that started at ICTP in 2001. Since the school has roamed many continents around the world, including Europe, of course, the Americas, both North and Latin America, Asia and Africa. You guys and girls have been preceded by almost 2,000 previous participants in this series of schools. This time we had an immense and unexpected success. We received 1,300 applications from 92 countries, and 123 such applications have been selected. We apologize to all those who had to be excluded. Probably in the future, we will admit more people than just the 100 that we have admitted this time. But we wanted to make sure that for this first time we can manage hands-on rooms, hands-on sessions in as smooth a way as possible. This school should have taken place in person in 2020 in Shanghai. And I wish to thank Professor Ray from Shanghai University for volunteering to host the school last year, and Alessandro Stroppa for putting us in contact with Ray, with Professor Ray and the University of Shanghai. Unfortunately, as you can imagine, the pandemic prevented us to make it last year, and it took us some time to figure out how to proceed. We have been hoping for a while to make it in person, but at the end, I have no regrets. I mean, at the end, as much pain the pandemic may have given to all of us, but this, I think, prompting us to try this experiment is one of the few good side effects of the pandemic. So no regrets about that. The last edition of the school was held in person in Ljubljana in 2019, and it was a success. I wish to thank Tore Kokal and his collaborators for hosting us at the Josef Stefan Institute in Ljubljana in 2019, and for the incredible work they made to make this virtual edition a success, I'm sure. So the school is the result of of a long collaboration between SISSA and ICTP in many areas of research and education. And it is being held under the umbrella of two parent institutions that I would like to acknowledge. You may wonder what MAX means. MAX is an European Center of Excellence for Supercomputing Applications that is the main source of funding for the Quantum Espresso project these days. Many distinguished institutions from all over Europe belong to MAX, including SISSA, ICTP, the Italian National Council for Research, the EPFL, the School of Technology in Lausanne, the ETH, the School of Technology in Zurich, Forschungszentrum in Jülich, CEA in France, the Catalan Institute of Nanoscience and Nanotechnology in Catalonia, in Spain, and communication and dissemination is also being taken care of by the Ghent University, SICAM, and the Trusted Service Company. The Quantum Espresso Foundation is the home of the Quantum Espresso project itself. It's an institution that is being supported by SISSA, ICTP, EPFL again, the Cineca Supercomputing Center in Bologna, the University of Texas at Austin, and shortly, I believe, and I wholeheartedly hope, the Joseph Stefan Institute in Ljubljana. I would like to cut the long story short and proceed with the acknowledgement of the many people and institutions which have made this event possible and his preparation incredibly smooth. I'm really grateful to the local organizers, the two Ivans, Ivan Girotto from the ICTP and Ivan Carlimeo from SISSA, whose energy and constructiveness has been really instrumental for the success of the preparation. The efficacy of the ICTP staff, both administrative and technical, has been beyond imagination as usual. And I would like to present my own personal thanks and the thanks of all the organizing committee to Adriana Pinto and Massimo Maffione, who is assisting us in this very moment. Hardware resources have been provided by a range of different public and private bodies, and our thanks goes to all of them as well. I won't forget any of these important sponsoring components, which include several computing centers, Cineca, Arnes, that's an organization for research in Slovenia, the HZW company in the Far East in the Shanghai area. ICTP and SISSA are providing their computational support as well. I'm sure I have forgotten some important things and apologize in advance to anybody or any institution that I may have forgotten to thank. My wholehearted thanks goes to those whom I have forgotten as well. So I wish all of you to learn as much as you can teach, and to enjoy this school as much as we will enjoy it. Thank you very much for being with us, and I leave the stage to Ralph GEBAUER.
Okay, thank you very much, Stefano. I hope that everyone can hear me. So welcome also from my side. My name is Ralph GEBAUER. I'm from ICTP. And before starting, I should say that it's obviously a big pleasure and also a big honor to be the first speaker in this long 2 weeks event. And I should also say this should really not be my place now to speak, because everyone who knows something about Quantum Espresso and about the community behind it immediately knows that one of the pillars of everything which we'll be hearing about in these 2 weeks is Paolo Giannozzi. And so it was planned in the original program that this first talk would be given by Paolo. And so by all means, he should be the first speaker and introduce everyone to Quantum Espresso, which he is very much under the pillars of it, as I just said. Okay, so Paolo cannot come today. You will all meet him tomorrow when he will give a talk. So it's just 1 day later. And I will now try to share my screen in order to